For this tutorial you will need yarn. This is Katia Belice, and you will need approximately 200 to 300 gram. This is a Tunisian crochet hook. You will need a Tunisian crochet hook for our Tunisian dragon tail. This one is a straight needle with a stopper. I recommend for bigger dragon tails that you use a system with a crochet hook and then a cable with a stopper, which is much longer than only this needle. Okay, then we need also a tapestry needle for sewing the ends and the doors. We start by creating a slip knot. For this, create a circle. Put the long strand under the circle and pull it through the circle. And you get a loop. Insert your hook through the loop and then tighten. And this creates a slip knot. Then we have to chain stitches. For this, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through. So these are 2, we need 4, 3, and 4. Now we have to pick up all the stitches. Insert your hook through the second stitch from hook. Then yarn over and pull through. Through the next, yarn over, pull through. Through the next, yarn over and pull through. So now we picked up all the stitches. And to crochet the first row, to finish the first row, you have to yarn over, pull the yarn through the first loop on your hook, and then yarn over again and pull all the way through 2. Through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Make sure your tension is really loose. If you can't change your tension, then you should use a bigger hook size. So this yarn is made for 3.5 millimeters. And if you can't change your tension, then you should use, for example, 4.5 millimeters crochet hook. This would be better. Okay, so the second row will be an increasing row, and we increase always before the third vertical bar and after the third vertical bar. We count from this side, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we are already at this point, so we increase, and to increase, we insert the hook in between here through this stitch. Then yarn over and pull through. This is your first increase. Then we go under the vertical bar and also through the stitch here, and this is the modified simple stitch. It's flat and it does not curl. Okay, so this is the usual stitch, and then we increase one more time between these 2 vertical bars. We're going through this stitch in between, and this is the second increase, and then a modified simple stitch, and the last stitch I'm going only under the vertical bar. And pull up a loop. Okay, so now you have 6 loops on your hook instead of 4. We had 2 increases. Then yarn over again, and we crochet all the stitches backwards, and it's always the same. So you first pull through the first stitch and then all the way through 2. Through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2. Okay, so the next row will be a normal row without increases, and we will alternate all the time between an increasing row and a normal row. Okay, so now we will have only the modified simple stitch. I'm going under the vertical bar and also through the stitch in between. through the last stitch, and you have again your 6 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the first loop, and then all the way through 2. Okay, so the next row will be again an increasing row, and we count until we have 3 vertical bars. So 1, 2, 3. We will stop here, and I'm crocheting again the modified simple stitch. So now we have 3 stitches, 3 bars left, and we increase in between, then the stitch, then the increase, and then again 2 stitches, and you should have 8 loops on your hook now. So we had 2 increases. And again, yarn over, pull through the first loop, and then all the way through 2. Okay. So the next row will be a normal row without increases. And you continue alternating between these 2 rows until you have 8. So you count your vertical bars here as the rows. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we need 4 more to have 8. So these are my 8 rows. And now I will do this short or small triangle. And it's important that your last row was an increasing row. So I increased in the last row. If you did not have an increased last row, then crochet 1 row more and increase. Okay, so now we have to slip stitch, and we slip stitch 6 stitches. We're going with the hook through our stitch like normal, and then you yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. And this is a slip stitch. Okay, so this is once, then second time, three, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and now we continue this row as usual. So you pick up the stitches which are left, and you crochet them also as usual backwards. Okay, and now this row is your row number 1. And you start counting the same way as you counted from here, that you have again 8. So the next row will be number 2, and number 2 will increase. So you pick up your stitches until you have 3 stitches left. Here we have 1, 2, 3 left. Now we increase as usual. And the second increase, then the left stitches which are left. Now you have again your 2 increases, and then you crochet this backwards as usual. Okay, and now we'll have row 3 and row 3. Row 3 we don't increase. So you alternate all the time also between an increasing row and a row without increases until you have 8. And if you have again from here 8 rows, you will do the same as here. So you will also slip stitch 6 stitches, and then you will count again from the first row. So this is the way you will do this dragon tail. Actually, this section is what you will repeat all the time. You alternate between one normal row and one row with increases, and if you crochet 8 rows, you will slip stitch 6 stitches, and then you count again from number 1. So it will get all the time bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and you continue crocheting this way until it's long enough. So there is no perfect way, so it wouldn't help you if I say crochet 100 centimeters or crochet 150 or 200 centimeters. It should be as long as you want to have it. And then if it's long enough and you're ready for doing the next triangle, the next twos, or how do you call this, then you should slip stitch all your stitches. So if your dragon tail have this width, continue crocheting until you have again your 8 rows, and then slip stitch all the stitches, and then you can fasten off. So this is actually the way you repeat all the time, this until it's long enough, and then slip stitch all stitches. Okay, so I hope this tutorial was helpful. Watch also other videos, and don't forget to subscribe to be notified about new videos. And until next time, bye bye.